Well, first to politics, and the Trade Union Royal Commission has dominated discussion today. That's after revelations the man overseeing it was booked as a guest speaker at a Liberal Party fundraiser. Invitations for the $80 a head event advertised the address will be made by Dyson Hayden. There was an option to make cheques payable to the New South Wales division of the Liberal Party. Details also featured on the website of the New South Wales Bar Association until Justice Hayden pulled out. A spokesman for the former High Court judge indicated he'd be unable to give the speech if there was any possibility it could be described as a Liberal Party event, whilst he's in the position of Royal Commissioner. The government is standing by him as the opposition seizes on the story. Tanya Plibersek had this on Facebook. Labor's always said Tony Abbott's Royal Commission into trade unions was politically motivated. This revelation puts it beyond any doubt. From Greens MP Adam Bant, if a judge was fundraising for the prosecution, there would be a mistrial. He calls for the Royal Commission to be terminated. As for unions, the CFMEU had this tweet: "Shut down the Royal Commission and shut it down now." Syria has been trending as the US ramps up airstrikes against Islamic State militants. From US Ambassador Brett McGurk, tonight the US began F-16 strike operations against IS terrorists from Turkey. The Prime Minister says Australia has been approached about joining the effort against insurgents in Syria. Until now, it's been limited to bombing IS targets in Iraq. The head of Parliament's Intelligence and Security Commission, Liberal MP Dan Tehan, is making the case for the move. On Twitter, he wrote, "Syria is now the greatest humanitarian disaster in the world." He says we must act. Our question today: should Australia expand airstrikes against IS into Syria? Let us know on Twitter. Use the NX hashtag. Send us a tweet at ABC News 24, or you can comment on our Facebook post and vote in our poll. Search for ABC News 24. And a short time ago, that poll shows the majority of respondents are against the expansion of Australia's air campaign. David writes, "No, leave well enough alone." And Michael writes, "Yes, whatever it takes to rid the planet of this evil." Nick Kyrgios has created a social storm after he sledged Stan Wawrinka at the Montreal Masters. The 20-year-old Canberran told the Swiss star his girlfriend had slept with another player. Wawrinka has fired back on Twitter. He wrote, "So disappointing to see a fellow athlete and colleague be so disrespectful in a way I could never even imagine. What was said I wouldn't say to my worst enemy." He labels it not only unacceptable, but also beyond belief. International Left-Handers Day is attracting interest. It's designed to raise awareness of issues facing around 12% of the population. Here's what's being searched on Google across Australia. Now to some other items from across the social web. Well, now the wannabe cheerleader who's become a viral sensation. Keith Wilson was auditioning to become a dancer for the Miami Heat. He was the only man to try out from a field of 200 women, performing his routine to Beyoncé's hit, Run the World, Girls. Keith didn't make the cut, but he's attracting plenty of views online, at least 700,000 of them.